So there's a group of people that just went into heavy accumulation mode when it comes to ADA, and this should get people excited because this typically signifies a much bigger move coming. Now, what I'm talking about is whales. Whales are something that, some people like, some people don't. And I have to say in an asset like ADA that has the longest average hold time in all of crypto, it's not a bad thing. When you have whales that are paying attention to what you're doing, it can in fact start the next run to the upside. And what we actually saw was a surge in whale activity. Transactions over $100,000 were almost double the day prior, and they are in fact over double the average what we're used to seeing throughout the 2024. So what we saw yesterday was a surge to 875 of these large volume transactions. That's those that are over $100,000, and the day prior was actually down at 455. So we've now seen this surge in activity, which hasn't really reflected in price yet, right? It was a little bit of a move to the upside. That's cool. Yesterday was kind of flat and we saw a little chop there. But what we're seeing is this kind of preparation. The whales are trying to get in before these next legs here. And they seem to have impeccable timing. They didn't get big money by being stupid. So right now they're positioning themselves in assets. There were a couple assets that were listed on there as well as SHIB, Jasmy. And they're preparing themselves for when BTC does decide to make this move, when it does in fact breach this level that we're fighting so hard against. And this unnatural push is taking place to try to keep BTC and the broader crypto market down here. When we do get this move, it wouldn't surprise me if it's a quick shot to the all-time high. Would not surprise me at all. There's a lot of short interest up here. They're really trying to keep the market suppressed, and it's not working. Because now you have big money that's been sitting on the side like these whales that are positioning themselves in assets like ADA that in fact are going to help facilitate this next surge. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, obviously this is not a guarantee. This is not financial advice. It all kind of depends on, what kind of push do we get up here? Do we get some longs that try to push things too hard? Right now with the things that Cardano is in fact doing from a blockchain standpoint, the interest in, or the partnership with Argentina, the interest in voting systems here in the US. I mean, it's growing. Things are growing at a very rapid rate. They just haven't reflected in price. But guess what? It wouldn't surprise me if this huge uptick in whale activity is happening because they're paying attention to this other stuff that people frankly aren't paying attention to. We're in this point now where a lot of people that have left ADA and moved on to other things, they're kind of ignoring what's going on here. That's okay. That's big opportunity. If you're getting into something while big things are happening and nobody else is paying attention, you tend to be in a pretty good spot. So here's the thing. All right, I've seen some people make price projections for ADA for the remainder of the year. I've seen Dan Gambardello talk about ADA closing in on $1, by the end of the year. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if it happens before then. And the reason why is when these things start to snowball, when FOMO starts to kick in, assets can move very quickly. Just look at what happened with ADA early on in the year. It wouldn't surprise me if those similar moves start taking place later on in this year as we get deeper into alt season, when retail excitement is at much higher levels, when institutional money continues to flow in big ways. These are things that can create massive surges in the charts. And now we have things to talk about when it comes to Cardano. There are much bigger things at play that really, I don't want to say bring Cardano and ADA to relevance, but it brings it back into the forefront of the discussion, or the front of the discussion. Hopefully that makes sense. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Would love to hear your thoughts on this, but have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.